Hey guys, it's your Pontiff. Pontiff Pluto here. Yeah, we're here. And I'm just saying hello to you. It is a lovely Sunday in Australia. Sunday. And I'm just saying hello to the punters. Hello. Hello, punters. Hello, punters, punters. It's Archie here. And I just want to say good morning or good night if you're in America. Guys, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you. So I mean, this is 2025. 5 years, fuckers. I've been doing these 7-day streams. 7-day streams. And I got to be totally honest with you guys. I got to tell you guys, I love me Zenith. I got to tell you. I love the Zenith. Look at this watch here. Look at that. Look at that there. Open heart shotgun blast. Now, you know, in my opinion there, that is one of the nicest chronographs of all times. I love it. I think perfect mix of horology, sports watch, history. It has got fucking everything. This Zenith has it all. You've got, you know, this was the first automatic chronograph. And, you know, there was 3 consortiums. Seiko, they had the Caliber 11, and they had the Zenith. The Zenith was probably, well, look, we can't fuck the Japanese. Fuck. It's got to be Europeans. We're Euro snobs. Caliber 11 was a module, which is a bit, bleh. Whereas this here was column wheel. It was automatic. It was built with the chronograph in mind. That was how it was built. It was not a module. And I got to tell you something. I love the Zenith. Horology. That movement is legendary. And it's got a display back. It's finished. Look. Is it Patek finishing? No, but it is finished pretty damn well. It's above Rolex finishing. History, it's iconic, it's sports, it's dress, it's everything going for it. And that fucker, Alex, you know, Alex, who comes on my stream, he lives in Germany. That's his grail. He bought that as his grail. Fuck it, yes. Fuck yes. That's what he did. He did it, man. Why did he do it? Because he wanted some beautiful pieces. That's the reason he did it, guys. He did it because he wanted gorgeous, wonderful pieces. Okay? You gotta understand, man. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. It's how it goes. It is how it goes. You know what I'm saying, don't you? Or not? It's how it goes, guys. And that's the whole thing, guys. You got to remember this. We've got our first super chat for the night. JD, 3 cents. That hillbilly tourbillon is ugly as FICO. Arch, just my 3 cents. Seriously, this is it. This is a perfect combination of history, horology, sports. This is really the modern the modern wristwatch. Zenith El Primero. It's fucking, to me, that is just, I've owned this a couple of times. I've owned it a couple times. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely adore it. Yes, I do. I adore it, guys. You know, it's a tricky thing. The world is tricky, guys. The world can be very, very tricky. And for me, I got to tell you something. You got to work out what you want. You can't always get what you want. You got to work it out. You got to try sometime. You never know your luck. You know, it's a tricky thing. It's very tricky. Everything is tricky dicky. And guys, it's very difficult. Life is not easy, Fikers. We got a super chat. JD, another 3 cents. You think Caesars or Gustav would be caught wearing that garbage? You need Paddock and Pussy, fuckers. You know what, guys? I loved Paddock. I did love Paddock, but I'm getting ready for retirement phase. Retirement phase. That's right, guys. I want to slow down back the truck up. Retirement phase. That's exactly it. That's what I want to do. Slow the truck down, change a gear, slow down the truck, and that's really the important thing. Slow down the truck. And, you know, guys, that's just how it goes at times. You got to realize this shit, man. You've got to realize this stuff. And it's very tricky. Things are tricky. You know, the world is not easy, Fikers. The world is not easy in the least. You know, it is difficult shit. And, yeah, it is tricky stuff. I mean, you tell me what you think the answer is there. You know, I'll be honest with you. There's no easy answers. It's tricky shit. I've been looking around. I've been looking around for a while to try and find the watch of my dreams. And I can tell you, it's not always easy. Okay? It's not always easy. It can be difficult. You look at watches, and I really want something that has horology, history, brand. Now, okay, yeah, I admit the Zenith brand isn't the greatest. Yeah, I get it. It's not the greatest brand out there. Yeah, I get you. But the thing is, you got to try somewhere. You got to try. And, you know, I try my best to find bang per buck. Bang per the buck. The bang and the buck. The buck and the bang. What came first, the buck or the bang? Bang per buck. Man, you have to realize, you got to realize that things are not always as they seem. Okay? They aren't always what they seem. So you've got to realize sometimes you got to go outside the square. You got to get outside the square, fuckers. Get outside the square. We got another super chat here from Terry Boston. Terry Boston. Terry, jump on, man. Please jump on the stream. I would love to have you on my stream. Spruiken. I want to spruik your stuff. Okay. I want to spruik your stuff. That's what I want to do. I want to know exactly. I want to spruik it, man. That's what I want to do. Spruik it. It's important to me that things are done well. That's what I want, okay? I can tell you this now. I don't want easy. Nothing is easy. You got to realize this. You got to be careful in your world you live in, okay? You got to be careful. You got to take some steps. And it's not always a piece of cake. Let me tell you this, guys. It's not always a piece of cake. You've got to realize it's fucking crazy. It's crazy stuff that goes on in the world. It's crazy shit, man. You got to realize it, okay? If you don't realize the world that we live in, it's not the same as it used to be, okay? There's a lot of change has happened, okay? It doesn't mean I'm happy with it. No, I'm not fucking happy with a lot of things. I'm not happy with a lot of things. A lot of things disappoint me. And that's the way it is. It's just how life goes. And I got to tell you guys, I'm here for the punters. We want to get the punters collecting good stuff. That's what we want. It's not easy. Now, let's have a look here. Let's get I'm just going to pin the link. Now we're going to start a poll. Do you secretly love the Zenith El Primero Open Heart? Do you secretly love? Yes, yes, yes. No. Okay, let's get this poll going. Let's get it happening, baby. Let's get this baby off the ground. That's what we want to do, is get this FICA off the fucking ground. We got Rancher here.
I heard you say something about things that disappoint and annoy you.
Hey, Rancher, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Terry Boston's got a super chat, $7. Sir Chesterfield, why does the new GMT Master have an 18% premium over other Rolex models? Why are required to wait 3 years? Look, the reason is supply and demand. It's economics, supply and demand.
Super chat. Speaking about supply and demand, there's a super chat.
We got another super chat here. Crown Gold, $10. It's my birthday weekend. We are getting a huge storm. I'm just getting over the flu, so I'm doing nothing. I'm thinking I need to buy myself a watch online to cheer myself up. Get a Zenith.
I've already got two.
You couldn't go wrong with a Zenith El Primero. I can tell you that much. Let me tell you that now. You couldn't go wrong with that sort of stuff.
I see. I understand.
You understand?
No, not really. No.
Yeah. I got to say this to you, Clivers.
Where's
a lot of people give me stick for the open heart because Bear kind of led the narrative. Do you hate it? Tell me what's your honest opinion.
I'm just not a fan of open hearts in general. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Open heart surgery?
Right. Just like, to me, it just, as any 6-year-old sitting outside the principal's office can tell you, just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you should.
You should do something. Yeah, I see what you're saying,
it's different. It's different. I guess I've got to respect that. So it's just like, okay. I think
Clivers, why do you honestly feel it's not fucking amazing? Let's put it this way: full skeletonization is a bit over the top, but
right.
part skeletonization. Fuck, that's so clever. It's so clever. It's perfect. It's yin and yang.
Super chat.
It's like a Targa top, fuckface. You know, Targa tops in the Porsches. In the MR, Targa, man.
Super chat. Why don't you do a super chat?
There's a super chat. Black Cat 997. $5. The Zenith is a great watch. A better object than most people will ever own. But so are many of the shitters you dismiss out of hand.
That's true. And there's another super
Angelic Slayer, $2. Wrench for Bateman Arch. Fuck no.
What's wrong with Bateman? Are you guys on the outs again?
No, he hasn't come back and started working for free. I want to pump that fucker dry for about, at least a couple of weeks before we, you can't just come back, lick my ass once, and then you're back on earning the bucks again, are you? What am I supposed to do, What am I supposed to do, sunshine? I can tell you this now. It ain't fucking easy in this world, okay? It's dog eat dog, okay? It's dog eat dog.
Now, P. Clin, to quote P. Clin, there's a bullet hole in the dial.
A bullet hole in the dial.
Yes.
A bullet hole.
It's not often.
The dial.
And it's not often that I agree with P. Clin, but.
Yes. I got to tell you, it is a tricky way to run your life, Clivers. Nothing's easy, okay?
No.
You got to realize this, Clivers. It ain't always easy. Life is not always the easiest thing you could decide on. Are you going on a holiday soon, Clive? I want to ask you that. I'd love to do a holiday with you one day.
No, I'm going to have to save up for another eye surgery, so.
Oh, no. You got to save up? What do you mean by that? You're a fucking top attorney. What do you need to save up for, sunshine?
Well,
you're a top attorney. You're a top attorney. Okay?
I like to keep a certain, I like to keep a prudential reserve, so I don't touch that. There's a certain amount I don't touch. Now, there's Frank V.
Okay, you don't touch it then. Is that right?
Right. Now, Frank V.
Okay, we got a super chat from Frank V. Let's get in there.
For $5.
$5. Arch, you convinced me to get the shotgun hillbilly tourbillon. Now your doubts are giving me buyers. No, I love it, man. He actually wanted to buy mine. I should have fucking sold it to you. I go through bad moods sometimes. You go through bad moods, don't you, Clive?
No, not really. I'm sunshine and light.
Your life is a bad mood.
No, I'm sunshine and light every fucking day.
Have you ever had depression, Clive?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's I got to tell you something. I feel like that my career at the moment is fucked. I'm in between. I'm too old to get a job, but too young to retire. You understand? I'm in between.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means
no love for Minotaurs.
Nope. Well, unless of course you're a cowboy. You're a cowgirl. That's a
I mean, I see a lot of YouTube in my feed is coming up. 50-year-old retired.
Yep.
He's fucked. He's got resacked and he's having a nervous. You think, fuck me, Dad. These are good people. That in your 50s used to be a really good age, Clive.
That used to be top of your form.
I mean, I don't know about you, Clive, but if I was in Oklahoma and I'd been caught for public vagrancies, right?
Yes.
I'd want you representing me than some 25-year-old snot nose.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
No, I'm fucking serious. I don't want the snot nose who barely knows how to tie a tie representing me. At least you would have some sort of idea. We need to do this. We need to do that. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
At least you look the part. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
What do you think? Am I right or wrong there? You tell me how you feel about it.
Oh, wait. I feel like you should read the super chat.
Okay, we got a super chat here. We got one here for Mac Lobster, $2. Put some effort into your biz. It's your only hope. That's a good point.
Yep.
But that would take work. We're running a poll at the moment. Let me tell you how the poll's going. Do you secretly love the Zenith El Primero Open Heart? It's neck and neck, Clive. Yes, 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 20%. No, 80%. I mean, that's neck and neck, Clive. That's like Trump versus, Biden.
Yep. Now, P. Clint says, watching this stream cures all depression. Yeah, because you're sitting there watching and saying, well, my life ain't so fucking bad after all.
100%, Clivers. 100%. That's
super chat.
We've got a super chat. Let's get this baby up on the screen. We got one from Mobster, $10. I make the best shrimp scampi in the Midwest. I'm a single guy and drive a minivan. I wear jeans, shorts with t-shirts tucked in. I love my Preparation H, Rogan, and Viagra. They make me feel tiger-like. You know, it's funny. One thing I got to tell you, Clive, when you get older, I tuck my shirts in. You know why?
Why?
Let me show you. This is no rehearsal. Look at this. It's tucked in. You know why? It's more comfortable. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's far more. I mean, when we were in school, we just like to rebel. But actually, once you tuck it in, it actually feels so much more comfortable, don't you think?
I think you should read the super chat.
Super chat, Black Cat 997, $5. Public vagrancy might be a good channel direction with the right lawyer, of course. What is public vagrancy? Vagrancy. What is that meaning? Public vagrancy. It refers to a crime or offense involving a person who is deemed to be aimlessly wandering or living in a public place without visible means of support.
Yep.
Historically, vagrancy laws criminalized poverty and homelessness and could be used to arrest individuals for being jobless, begging, or otherwise not having a stable and legal livelihood.
Exactly.
Yes. Is vagrancy illegal in Australia? Vagrancy, being found in the street with any visible means of support, was a crime in many parts of Australia right up to the final decades of the 20th century. What is an example of vagrancy? In modern times, purposeful unemployment is still considered vagrancy, but vagrancy also encompasses a range of disorderly conducts, including loitering, being drunk in public, connection with prostitutes, gambling on a professional level, and living off someone else's welfare. Public vagrancy, Clive. What do you think of that one, hey?
Huh.
Have you represented anyone for public vagrancy?
No, they normally get public defenders.
Oh, you don't do pro bono work?
No.
I thought you were America's greatest pro bono lawyer.
No, I've always liked Cher, not Sonny.
Oh, you don't do pro bono?
No.
Oh, my God. So why is that, Clive?
Because
it doesn't fucking pay.
Yep. I don't do shits for free.
My God, you don't do anything for free, Clive. I'm
Well, almost nothing.
rightly impressed with you, Clivers. Why would you do shit for free? Tell me this.
Because it amuses you. What do vagrants do on holidays? They go on vagration. Okay.
Are you a hobosexual? What do you think of homosexuality?
No. Oh my God, no.
How is that different from being a vagrant? A vagrant who can pull chicks is called a homosexual.
Okay. Because I thought you'd be like fucking homeless chicks. It's like, God, could you imagine how nasty a homeless? But no.
No, well, why would you fuck a homeless chick? Because you want to find somebody who has a place so you could stay. You understand?
Yeah. Well, it's like Sam Kinison said. You have no. One of his things, his big things was like, there's no excuse for being homeless in America. You either get a job or you fuck somebody that has a job.
Very interesting way of looking at life, don't you think?
Sam Kinison, another Okie. He got sober and died in a car crash after he was hit by a drunk driver.
Wow. That's no good, Clivers.
No.
What the hell happened there?
Again, he got sober.
He got sober and got hit by a car. Yes. That's unfortunately.
Yeah, because usually then what happens, because usually the drunkest motherfucker is the one who survives.
Yeah, that's fucking. It's actually hilarious that you say that, because
what's even more hilarious is when you read super chats.
Super chats, we love them, Clivers. We got one here, Franchise Club. This is our friend Curly, $10. Hey, boo! This is to thank Tan, the man, for a great marketing genius idea. Considering this my weekly kick up envelope, boo. Ciao!
Nice.
He's a cool guy. What do you think of that guy? Isn't he cool? Curly?
Curly's
cool.
I can't help. I can't tell him from Narc half the time, except Narc has the bullshit meter thing. Avatar. If he didn't have that, I wouldn't tell the part.
Yep.
I don't want to say I don't care, because that would make me sound uncaring.
I understand, Clivers. You've got some very good stuff. Some lotion. That's what you need, Clivers. Lotion. Get some potion motion happening, Clivers. That's what you need to do.
So, Archie, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Halloween. See, we don't actually celebrate Halloween in Australia. Okay? I know you guys think you're it goes everywhere, but it doesn't. We actually don't have Halloween in Australia. Can you believe that?
Okay.
No Halloween.
Okay. Sorry, I brought it up.
But we love Halloween, but because we're Americanized.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
We don't actually. Thanksgiving, Clive. Super chatting Friday. Super chats. We'll do them super chats for Thanksgiving, hey?
Yes.
It's an interesting concept, Clivers. I got to tell you.
Which one? Halloween or Thanksgiving?
It's we've got, speaking of which, we've got Chief Tit joining us. Say hello to Chief Tit, Clivers.
Hello, Clivers.
Hey, Chief Tit.
Chief Tit, Clivers is a attorney in Oklahoma, probably one of the greatest defense attorneys. If I was arrested for public vagrants and loitering, I would want Clive on my team.
Arch, I don't think that's ever going to be a problem for you.
Why's that?
Vagrancy and loitering.
Have you represented anyone for public vagrancy?
No. No.
Okay.
No, I'm more likely to give somebody $100 and tell them to get themselves a meal.
No, I would be 100% get him off vagrancy. It's like, look, Your Honor, he simply look.
Strap. What are you showing me there? What's the Tiffany strap?
Yeah, now look, I'll show you this. It's my wife's Breitling.
Oh,
Right,
I love
yay.
it.
Because I got the when I bought it at the time from Athens, they didn't have this strap, which is the one that they use the ads for it. You know, the rubber pistachio strap.
Yeah.
It came with the metal strap, so they gave it to me for the same price with the metal strap,
Mm.
and they sent me this for free. And
Oh,
mine just came in a post, and this is like it's got the deployant clasp, but it's a good color, you know.
I love the color. I love it.
Yeah.
Now they've changed
Okay.
the Clive. You notice they changed the end links on it there. Like it used to.
Yes. Hey, I've
Used
got
to
to
have a
step away
gap.
real quick, but here's how I would 100% get you off of vacancy wrap.
How's that?
It's like, Judge, he has a home. It's the stockyards. Someone left one of the gates open, and he meandered out looking for hay.
Well done.
Thank you.
How much would you charge me to represent me like that?
$2,500.
$2,500?
Yeah.
Holy
Clive,
shit!
can you just repeat that again while I type it down? I'm going to use that as a precedent for my submissions.
What?
If you can just read that out again, I'll type it down and I'll use it as a precedent for one of my submissions.
Judge, look, he's not homeless. He has a home. It's in the stockyards. Someone left a gate open, and he wandered out just simply looking for hay.
Did you hear what he said about you, Arch? Are you going to take that?
He was
You know what,
wandering out to
Clive,
look.
is I got
Right,
to
he was
tell you
wandering out to
something,
look for
Clive, is
hay.
we get a red licorice, we get a red licorice, or we get a black licorice. Okay.
What kind of, okay, red licorice, what kind? Raspberry?
Raspberry, yes.
Oh, motherfucker. All right. Damn. All right, I will be back in bed.
One licorice we give you, Clive, for that.
All right, back a little bit.
Did you see how he was defaming you just then? I'm a witness to that. I reckon we should commence proceedings.
He's a great guy. How are you, Chief Tit? What's happening?
I'm good. I'm good. Just went for a bit of a run this morning and come back and saw it was after 10.
Have you
So
ever had
we're
any
on.
mental health problems, Chief Tit?
I've had asthma since I was a little boy.
No, mental health.
Mental health?
Mm.
Not really, no. I mean, everybody gets sad from time to time, I suppose. Especially when you're physically dilapidating.
Or eating licorice on a live stream.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, you know what? You only live once. Who gives a shit? You know?
I tell you
How's
what.
your health? Yeah?
Great. I'm great. I'm actually I don't know if you've seen some of those Jetstar tickets. I've been looking at flights. They've got a sale on. Jetstar's got sale. $300 one way to Bangkok.
Are you serious? $300 to Bangkok.
Mm. One way. So 600 return.
Still, that's very cheap, considering it's, only probably double the money to get to Sydney. So you're definitely not going to come down?
I'd like to go. Just that it adds up. It'd be airfares would be $500 minimum. Hotel would be $200 a night.
Yeah.
Bit of spending money. It's going to be $1,000. $1,000.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going for a holiday, actually.
And then you're thinking about it. We're going to go to what exactly those? What's he mean by the indies? Well, I don't even understand what that phrase means. What did he mean by
the independent watchmaker. They're not like Rolex. They're smaller companies.
Like what?
Just garbage that you'd never buy.
Oh, I see. So what's the point, sort of thing? I thought we were going to go to like the watch shops, like LUXURIA and Vintage.
Well, look.
They've always got good things.
They do. What are you buying next? Well,
that's the thing, Arch. I think it's LUXURIA's got a couple. Remember you had to look at that bluesy for me last night that your mate down there's got? He's got that, which I really like. He's got the submersible Panerai, which I really like. And then I'm also thinking about a Sea Dweller as well. But then my wife looked at it and goes, yeah, but that just looks like a normal Submariner anyway. And you've already got like the Tudor Submariner. So what's the point of getting two things that look almost exactly the same? And she's got a bit of a point. And then maybe a sort of like a mid-90s GMT Master 1. That's also one. Because it's got, it's got a different look about it as well, which is nice. You've had all of those.
They have a really good look to them.
Yeah.
And
But I'm thinking bluesy.
oh, okay. I must admit, the two-tone has a lot going for it, you know?
I agree with you. I always thought that your two-tone, for me, was one of the nicest watches I've ever seen. It was just so, I don't know. It was the best mix between sport and dressy because of the gold, but it wasn't ridiculously over the top with the full gold. I couldn't wear the full gold. I'd feel ridiculous. Is that me or?
Yeah, you feel ridiculous. I totally get it. You know, and I'm not talking about money. It's not about the money.
No, it's not that. It's just two pose, you know? It's like if you're going to get something really expensive and it's going to be solid gold, you get a dress watch for that purpose. It's like, what are you getting a Submariner freaking diving watch that's in full gold?
I'm thinking about getting out of my two Breguet gold. I just don't wear them. I'm wearing more sports watches. You know what? I love the Pam. I love the Zenith. I love it on. You know, I love steel. It just so much versatile.
Get rid of both of those Breguets, I reckon, and because the quintessential your watch that I think of you with is when you had the bluesy. I love the Zenith on you as well because it's sort of horology that's not too expensive. And then you've got
combo.
Yeah, but the perfect watch for you is the Explorer 2. That I love that watch.
Oh, I'm not selling that again. That was a mistake I made in the past. You know, I kind of But
you never lost money on it when you bought it back, did you, or anything, or did you lose a little bit?
What's that on? Sorry.
On the Explorer 2 when you did the.
No, he sold it to me. What I paid for it, I didn't lose anything.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a lovely
I lost
watch,
money on my bluesy. You know what happened? I'll tell you the story, okay?
Yeah.
I bought it wholesale for $20,400, and then when I got out of it, I got $18,300. But I sold it to a dealer, and the other thing is too, you got to remember this: he took the JLC back, the gold JLC chronograph. So I mean, you could say, well, actually, I took a hit on both. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah. And how much did you lose on that? I mean, was there a bit more that you lost on that really, and you sort of put it over to the Rolex? Sort of
hard to say, but the market is fucking. It is tough. It's a tough market. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You used to be able to sell this stuff very easily. You know, it's very hard now. But I'm looking at. I got to be honest with you, Chief Tit. And I'd like some advice from you because you seem to have your shit together. This is the first time in my life the youngest kid has got an apprenticeship.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need me at home to do much for him. I'm thinking about taking 3 months off and going and touring Asia. Cheaply, you know, low cost. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I'll be honest with you, once I'm over 60, I won't want to do that, right?
You may not be able to do it physically.
Well, maybe 60's not terrible. 60's not terrible. But you know what I'm saying, right? I'm thinking maybe I should go now. The only thing is I don't know whether I should keep the car or get rid of the car.
Was it likely to go down any further than what it's already gone down, or is it at that stabilized level now? You know, when they get to a certain point and then they just sort of stay there?
It's actually the upkeep that's a killer. Like you need to do rego every 12 months.
Oh, the insurance and all that shit, yeah.
Insurance is $200 a month.
Fuck, is it really? $200 a month?
How much did you pay for yours?
Man, my insurance was going to be massive. It was about $3,200 for the year. This is on the RS5. And I thought, fuck, that's a lot of money. So I went on that compare the market thing. I ended up getting the same insurance for $900 from Budget Direct.
Actually, did you know something? Compare the Market is owned by Budget Direct.
Is it?
Yes.
You're joking.
But you're right. I mean, the price is reasonable, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You got Rancher entering the stage again. Hey, Rancher.
Hey. Yeah, I was talking with the noted UFOologist Richard Linney a little bit earlier.
Yes, sir. The ufologist. This is a guy who's into UFO. You believe in UFOs, Chief Tit?
Not really.
My auntie said she was abducted for several.
You see, I was hoping you were going to say your mother, because that would explain so many fucking things. But okay.
Arch, when she was telling you the story about how she got abducted, what did you pretend like you're like really?
The sad thing is, she actually had a doctor in it. She's got a doctorate in She's a very clever lady, but mad as a cut snake.
I can imagine the look on your face. It would have been the pretend earnestness, like, yeah.
Really? Huh?
Really? Oh,
Mad as a cut snake.
oh, fucking hell.
Well, you know, I actually was hearing that there's a place where you could actually go pay like a predetermined amount of money and like for the naming rights of a star. And I was thinking, well, what could that be like? I mean, would they honor it in the future, or would it just, or is it a scam and they would just not pay any attention?
Don't you think it's weird, Clive, is that somebody would be prepared to pay for some type of artificial enduring fame? What sort of psychological state that person must be in to actually be prepared to pay for that?
Well, see, I don't know. It was appealing to me because I would like to think that like hundreds and hundreds of years in the future,
yeah,
there would be someone turning, I mean, in a spaceship, or descendants, our long descendants. It's captains, basically someone turning and saying, Captain, we're now entering the low orbit of the third planet of the Archie fucks Ladyboy system.
You can sort of achieve the same thing with having an extremely ornate tombstone on your own grave.
Very ornate.
Well, or the right. I think mine should be. He wasn't as funny as he thought he was.
He wasn't that funny. Or
as he thought he was. That's actually quite good. He wasn't as funny as
I was ill. That's what Spike Milligan says, didn't
I told you I was ill.
You serious? Is that what he's got? I was ill.
I told you I was ill.
Okay.
Yes.
What was Bob Hope's last words?
I don't know.
His wife asked him on his deathbed where he'd like to be buried, and he looked up and said, "Surprise me."
Yeah.
Very interesting, Clivers.
Yeah. So what's it like practicing law out there, Clivers?
Boy, I tell you what, the economy is slowing down out here big time. It's a good thing I have a kind of my shoestring practice, so I don't have a lot of overhead, thank God, right now.
Yeah. What are you, a litigation lawyer? What do you do?
Litigation.
Criminal defense.
Criminal defense, and in 5 divorces. I always have 5 domestic matters. I don't know why. I get rid of one, another one walks in the door within 24 hours, and it's beyond my ken. It just happens.
Yeah.
I suspect.
Man, how do you find the criminal defense stuff?
What?
The criminal stuff, is there any money in that in America? Because there's no money in it here.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Eke out a living.
All the people here that are criminals are always very, very poor with, 3 or 4 teeth.
Well, they're not exactly swimming in money over here.
Yeah.
But
that's the problem. The most interesting cases, criminal defense, you see them on TV. There's no money in that, is there?
No.
Those people are just problematic. They just problematic. They create their own problems, You know
where the big money is, Arch, in Australia, in litigation?
Corporate.
But there's a second batch, which is where people don't sort of hurt that much when they're paying big bills. And I'll tell you what it is. It's estate litigation with people fighting over wills and estates, because it's actually not their money. It's money that's coming out of some inheritance anyway.
Right.
So there's no hurt. It's not somebody dipping into their savings to pay the lawyer. It's what percentage they're going to get out of some estate which was never in their hands in the first place.
Yeah, but the danger is if they don't get costs, they're going to have to pay the bill themselves. Say they're...
That's true, but there's one of them. There's one type.
Don't forget, too, you know, the biggest thing was, you know, those no-win, no-fee lawyers?
Yeah.
Right.
Where people came unstuck was, technically, if there was a judgment, say you won $100, okay, that meant you were then liable for, they had a...
Attorney fees.
You were up for the fees then.
And they'd have to, of course, there are all sorts of hearings then afterwards to determine whether or not the fees are reasonable.
Yeah.
And this is what pisses me off, though. A lot of the state bar associations are sticking their noses in. Everything is, and you're wondering, why are legal fees so expensive? Part of that is because state bar associations are making people, making attorneys do hourly rates, because that way they have to stick everything into a attorney trust account. So like, say for instance, your average fee for like a misdemeanor DUI attorney is like $2,000, $2,500, something along those lines. And as you go through, you keep track of your time, and then you take the client fee, you put it in the trust account, and then as you go to the courthouse and back with the client and then talk, and you get the information, go through the affidavit of probable cause with them a little bit, go over it, and then you discuss what the next court date is, you leave, and then you go back to the office and go through a little bit more of a fine-tooth comb, and then you write yourself a check out of the trust account for the money that you expended.
Yeah.
Okay. Why does it have to be done that way? Because the bar association is entitled to the interest to those client trust accounts.
Yeah, we've got the same thing.
And
but
they
it's
make as
when
much money off of that as they do off attorneys actually paying
their dues every year.
Their dues, yeah. Which is, and so attorney, we take the brunt of it, but a lot of times it's just like, it's the fucking bar association. And also, do you realize how much these fucking taxes are?
Yeah. Oh no, it's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy stuff.
And
I find that the ones that make, I find some of the people that make it very expensive is sometimes the judges themselves. They go file a motion, go do this, go do that. They put you to task, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, you'll possibly got to be proportional." It's like, okay, but you just put me to task on something that was unnecessary. You just could have dealt with verbally, But now you've insisted on half a dozen affidavits and a motion, which just cost the client another $10,000 for no reason. You know what I mean?
Or going through and burning up the fee. Yeah. Or a lot of times you've got that in the trust account. Then so say, okay, how do I start carving that motherfucker up immediately? How do I start earning it? Right. And just busy work. But on the other hand, if you don't go through the motions, whether you think they may, because you suspect most of the time, you kind of know, but you don't absolutely know. But if something goes wrong and you don't go through the motions, then of course you get winged.
Sorry to interrupt you, Clivis. There's a Black Cat super chat. Have we read that one, Arch?
Yes, we have.
The 2000s bluesy are selling for very little above the steel models.
Sorry, here we go. Sorry, good point. Black Cat 9975 backs. Noticing that early 2000s, so that would be, they've got the gold in the clasp, but they're non-ceramic.
You're
selling for very little above the steel models. Yeah, that's always been the case.
Are you talking about the 16613s or the 16603s?
No, he means the early the 603. They would be in the 80s, Clive.
Okay.
Because they're only there for 18 months, remember?
12, the purple.
Purple.
The one that Black Cat's talking about has got the...
It looks like a sweet... It is definitely a sweet spot.
Yeah, that's the one that I was telling you about.
You know that one we saw yesterday on Luxuria? That's a premium because it's the last of the last with the Rehart engraving.
The Rehart, yeah. That's why I liked it, because I'm actually not a massive fan of the ceramics.
No.
There's something sort of. I just think that the cool period for Rolex was when they didn't have ceramic, and then ceramic came in after the cool factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of down to one sub, but it's a 1680 white sub.
Well, that's nice.
I love your sub, Clive. You got a beautiful sub, man.
You want to pull it up and show me a picture of it, or?
Did you send me a pic? I haven't got it on file.
That sounds like a you problem.
But it's a 16.8. It's a white sub. Beautiful watch. Clivers. I got to tell you, I'll see if I can find it. I do have it. I think I do have it. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, okay.
Clivers,
Because every time I go into this computer, and start looking at my watch, look at watch pictures, I keep running across this, the one that got away, and it hurts.
Clivers. One that got away. Clivers, it doesn't matter. If the worst thing is a watch that you didn't buy, life's not that bad, Clivers. You know what I mean?
First world problems, Clivers.
Clive's had some really good stuff. But the thing is, Clive, I got to be honest with you. In all honesty, I start to get sick of some of these fucking watches sometimes. I mean, I kind of say to myself, how many do you really, what would you need in your life?
Yeah.
And I think realistically, I think 4, what do you want? You want some sort of diver, some sort of GMT, some sort of chronograph. That's about it. 3 or 4 would be great to have. I think
you're onto something there. I think you're onto something there, Arch. I think you're right. Because, sometimes if you've got more than that, then they're never really in a rotation. You're never really wearing stuff. And you're thinking, well, what the fuck have I got it for?
The more you get,
I never wear it.
That's exactly.
What's that, Clive?
Oh, we got Aussie Expat joining us. Hey,
G'day,
Aussie,
gentlemen.
how are you, man?
Doing all right.
He retired at 42. Very well done there.
Thank you.
Any news on
I
Bitcoin?
just wanted to ask you, crypto, Bitcoin fell.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! It's down to $110,000. Holy shit!
I remember when it was $4,000.
Yeah, but those multipliers are ridiculous. Remember that, okay? Those multipliers.
I remember all these people texting Archie saying, "Hey, could I pay for a watch review in Bitcoin?"
Yes. You used to be able to buy a pizza in Bitcoin. You know that?
Yep.
It's just
okay. I sent a
crazy.
WhatsApp. Did you want it in WhatsApp?
Yep, I'm just pulling it up, Clivers. That is such a beautiful watch. You wear that a lot, don't you?
Not as often as I'd like.
Okay.
I think the blue on the older bluesy pops better. I know what you mean, Chief Tit.
Yeah.
But I definitely prefer the ceramic. But if you're looking for colorful stuff, I could understand someone liking the 5-digit Pepsi or the 5-digit bluesy.
Yeah.
Now, Chief Tit,
See, this here's got such patina to it. Look at that. What more do you want? I wouldn't even replace the pip, Clive. I love it like that. What do you think?
That's fantastic.
What's happening to the crown? Was it always like that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, no, the crown's fine.
But is it screwed all the way in? What happened? It looks unscrewed or something.
I was just taking a shower with it. No big deal.
No, I love it.
You got some nice. You always manage to get some beautiful stuff, Clive. I'll tell you that. It just works. The yin and the yang with you, Clive.
Yeah, but you know what I have to do now, right?
What's that?
Patina.
Patina.
See, I can understand where you're coming from with it, but for me, that's a bit too roughed up.
The dial's nice. As in, like, the dial
Yeah,
isn't
the dial in the hands are great.
horrifying. It's tasteful.
Ghost vessel.
So the GMT that looks like that's worn in looks good like that.
You know,
Very
it's also
Magnum.
open. It has open 6 and open 9.
Are you a Magnum fan, Clivers? The original Magnum.
I watched it for the girls on the beach, basically. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
He was an American hero, the greatest American hero. Da 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 da. You remember Night Court, Clive?
oh yeah, Marky Post. I mean, yes, I remember Night Court.
You remember Rafferty's Rules, Chief Tit? He was the night judge.
Yeah.
Now,
Did you ever watch? Yeah, sorry.
Chief Tit, what tribe do you belong to?
What?
What tribe?
What do you mean, what tribe?
Well, you're Chief Tit.
Oh, yeah, no, Cherokee Indian.
Black Cat 997, $5. Aussie, I remember me and a group of investment co-workers debating whether this Bitcoin was way too high at $200, 2013, 2014.
Yeah. 2013, 2014, $100. Well, even at I think it first hit $100 at like 2013. Yeah, 2013 it first hit 100. But maybe even earlier than that. So, yeah. But you would have had to ride out hard times. Anyone who survived since those early days, you've ridden a lot of storms. I've talked to a lot of people who lost their hat.
Super chat NC $5 Aussie. How do you think of inflation and retirement other than the hedge of BTC, Bitcoin going to the moon?
Yeah. Well, you should have liquid assets like stocks, and typically in a high inflation environment, stocks do very well. Not so much real estate. So if you're worried about a hedge for the future, look, you weren't going to retire in just a house anyway. So I think in general,
So you're not going to
it'll
retire.
even out.
What did he say about a house?
Houses don't do that well with inflation. Like they do okay,
Jesus
but
Christ.
they don't do that well. But
Out of the
businesses
Australian
typically do.
scene, my friend.
Sorry?
You've been at it. Ask Chief Tit. Chief Tit, how do
Yes,
houses
yes.
go? Can I ask you that? How do houses go?
What do you
Super
mean?
chat.
Money?
In a
Well, in
We're
high
not a super
inflation
chat.
environments,
sorry, I'll let Aussie expat finish his thing. Keep going, Aussie.
yeah, in
Nah, he's
retirement
retired.
you
He's got
want
all the
liquid
fucking time in the world.
assets.
Read the
And
super chat.
so typically we're talking stocks. Stocks do quite well. They usually overperform in a high inflation environment. Hopefully you're not heavy into real estate because that typically underperforms in a high inflation environment. Like you take USA, for example, real estate prices have been flat for the past 4 years, but inflation has been through the roof. So the real value of a house has gone down in America.
I don't know. I'm a bit of a fan of real estate. In
In
Australia,
Australia, I wouldn't blame you. In
Hey,
Australia, I would not blame you.
he's in Sydney, real estate. Let me explain something to you. Let me just explain something to Aussie expat. 20 years ago, okay? 20 years ago, salaries in IT were about 50 grand a year. Rent of a 2-bedroom in a city near 5Ks from the city was about $230 a week. Okay, that same IT gig is paying about 65 grand if you're really lucky, but in reality, it's probably 60 because they have got so many people begging for jobs, and the rent is $650 a week. Okay, the multipliers. You look at those multipliers, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you also have to think, Archie, the stock
Real
market has
estate
doubled.
is-
The stock market has doubled in the last 3 years. It didn't take decades. It took 3 years.
Do you know why the stock market in Australia has doubled so much? Do you know why we've had such huge growth?
Oh,
Horns.
I don't know about Australia, but
It's
yeah.
because of the superannuation, compulsory superannuation. When you put a large amount of money in every fucking week, of
Yes.
course it's going to rise. That has
Yeah.
been the biggest driver pushing up the Australian share market is the compulsory retirement. What do you think,
I
Chief
agree.
Tit? You think I'm nuts or
Absolutely
not?
right. No, I think you're bang on there, because everybody in those funds, what are they investing? They're not going and looking around the newspaper going, "Oh, that's a good house to buy for our $20 billion worth of pool that we've got."
I mean, look,
It's
they may
ridiculous.
fund a shopping centre or infrastructure, but they mainly
Yeah.
buy equities.
That's right, but the equities will be in the company that does that anyway. So I'm with you absolutely.
And I mean, seriously, I got to be honest with you, real estate, you can't leverage easily to buy shares. You can have a margin loan, but as soon as the value of the asset goes, they don't have margin loans on real estate. As long as you keep the payments up, they don't give a fuck what happens to the value.
I tell you what's interesting. I read a paper on the relationship of access to margin and the expected return of the asset. That basically it all evens out. If easy margin is available, then the returns will also be diminished by the ease of that access. And that kind of checks out. Like real estate doesn't outperform even if you go with 5 to 1 leverage compared to stock.
Yeah. Look, I see what you mean, man, but there's something about being able to get in your car and drive past your asset, park out the front of it and say, "Yeah, that's mine." And if the shit hits the fan one day, I can get my kids and I can put them in there, and they've got a roof over their head. There's something to be said for that compared to a share certificate.
See, Aussie expat doesn't have.
I don't
any
really
real
put that
estate
much value in
holdings.
it.
No holding.
I
No
want to know that
holdings.
I could land in a foreign country and be good. That's security for me. Escaping, not being trapped, escaping. I want to be able to fly anywhere, drop in, and know I'll be able to continue my life happily. That's security.
Yeah, I don't think real estate doesn't do that. I think you've got to have just a balanced portfolio, have a bit of readily. I mean, the good thing about stocks is that they're liquid. You can liquidate tomorrow. You can't liquidate real estate in 24 hours. I agree with you about that. But if you've set yourself up right, you can have a bit of the best of all worlds, if you know what I mean. Put it this way.
I don't think you're wrong, especially in Australia. I don't like stocks in Australia.
We get in a plane every June, right? The whole family gets in the aeroplane and we fly over to Europe. We get out, we get a taxi down to a house that we own, and we open the door and we have a holiday there for free for 2 months on the water.
I talk to a lot of very wealthy people, and most are eschewing the holiday home these days.
Yeah.
Most
It's
are
good to
saying
be able
like,
to have. It's good to be able to have assets you can also physically enjoy.
I agree with that. I agree with that. The real estate becomes this weird one where the government can take it away from you. They can tax you. They can do all sorts of nasty things.
How can they take it away from you? What do you mean by that?
Well, that's why he's doing all that training with the rifles.
Mm-hmm.
So that anyone who comes to get it, he's going to take them out.
Yeah.
So what are you using? What are you doing? Are you doing any sort of sports?
Yeah. I do
like sports shooting. Are you doing
IPSC.
PRS or F class or?
Yeah, USPSA or IPSC. Yeah, so it's the action shooting sports. So I also do a little bit of clays, but it's just recreational. Like I don't.
Hey guys, would you like to see my Luger? I can go to the other room and get it real quick if you'd like.
Can't do that live streaming.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
You can't do that.
Not again.
You can record it, but you can't live stream that.
Aussie expat, man, congratulations. I give you stick there, but
Ew.
I've always said to Aussie, please please. We've got some super chats. Let's catch up here. Yankee Doodle, $5. I currently have 2.3 million in Bitcoin. I believe this will make me even wealthier than I already am. On Friday, I had a 500,000 drawdown. Fight me dead.
Yeah. That sounds about right. So that puts you at around about 21 Bitcoin, which is fantastic, Yankee Doodle. Eventually, you'll have equivalent value of like 200 million plus. You just got to hang in there. Friday was wild, but I mean, do tariffs affect crypto? No, they don't. So anyone who sold on Friday is a complete moron. So hope you got cash on the side. And well, it's not even that cheap.
Sorry, let me ask a quick question. Archie, how much did you sell?
I don't have any to sell. Boeing $710 since mid-2000s fan. My 20-year collection, 1267 10 BLRO. What's that? Batman. We've got a 116500 Panda. So we've got a Panda, a Batman, and he's got a Hulk, a Paddock 230 5230R. Fuck, that's a world time. Blank pane, Bathyoscope, black ceramic. What says you guys? I got to tell you, what more do you need? That is it. You don't need anything else.
It's a great collection.
What more do you need?
Does he have a duo face and a man on the fucking moon?
He's got a man on the moon. He's got the panda. A duo face. He's got a Batman.
Can I just ask you something though about Boeing 700? I mean, out of all those watches, if you wanted to get put on a wetsuit and actually.
Sorry, he's got a Pepsi. BLRO is a Pepsi.
He's a Pepsi, yeah. But if you wanted to go for a little scuba dive or something like that, would you actually use any of those?
Okay, I've got another question. Let's just say things were really, really went horribly bad, and you had to like get out of Dodge like immediately. What would be the first watch that you'd keister?
Getting out of Dodge would have to be your Rolexes. Would be easiest to get out of course, Clivers. You know that.
Oh, maybe the Patek. All right, guys, you have a good one, okay?
See you, Clive.
Chief Ted, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, you too.
What happened to Aussie expat?
Not sure. He was quite an interesting dude, don't you think?
He is interesting. His outlook is interesting as well.
What do you think of that? He's actually he's got several $1 million, right? But he doesn't own a piece of property. I've kind of, I mean, it's not for me to tell him how to live his life, but you'd have to get a piece of property, wouldn't you, or not?
I would have thought so. I couldn't do that. I'd feel really insecure not knowing that I have a house somewhere, you know? Wouldn't you?
Like a decent house in Sydney, $2 million isn't even that nice, is it?
No, that's nothing special at all. Can I ask you this, Arch, because I don't know that much about it. I mean, I've tried to look into it and read about it, but it just escapes me how Bitcoin isn't just a complicated electronic Ponzi scheme.
Well, there's no assets backing it. It's not like it's got a gold reserve behind it or anything like that.
So sort of other than each other's confidence in it and everybody saying that it's got value, why does it have value? I don't understand what it does.
It has value because people believe it has value.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could sort of invest all my life savings and everything that I've worked all my life for in something that's esoteric like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if everybody sort of decides, well, now it doesn't have value for whatever particular reason, Where do you live? We're going to have to call Clivers about that vagrancy problem. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. He's an interesting character. I've got to tell you something interesting is that the thing is with these Bitcoin and that I've always been against it, right? When you start to see, my dad was asking me about cryptocurrency. When you see people spruiking it, the returns are ridiculous. Like, you got to realize this. You know how you have like the Commonwealth Bank or ANZ, they say, oh, the banks have made record profits. Do you know what percent dividend they're paying? It's like a 3 to 5% dividend. It's not 50% dividend or 30% dividend, right? It's like 5 with the franking credit, 5%, but it's about a 3%, 2.9% yield, right?
Yeah.
Let me say this to you. The crypto, they're not happy with 2%, 3% a year increase. They want 1,000. You understand? These multipliers are ridiculous.
Yeah. It's still beyond me what the actual point of it is. And how it goes up in value about anything. I mean, I understand how a national currency goes up and down and how it's linked to the economy of that country and the monetary policies. I just don't understand what Bitcoin, other than everybody having, I just want to get onto the gravy train and that mentality, I just don't understand what the scientific sort of backing for its value is. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. The thing is this, there is nothing like crypto. You got to remember this. Crypto is just a promise. It's a promise. You know what I mean? It's just a promise. Crypto, what's to say it can't be worth? I mean, something. I kind of find it very. Look, I'm old. I never had enough money to dabble in this stuff. I think it's gambling. Okay, people I know in crypto, people,
it is gambling. It is. It's because it's just like a big pyramid scheme. The people that are getting in now have to pay 100 and whatever thousand for one. And the guys that got in at the beginning used to get a very large amount of Bitcoin for a small amount of money, just like in a pyramid scheme. And it's the same sort of thing. I just don't understand how it's not destined for failure, other than the fact that everybody just happens to be making money from it. But that's what happens in a pyramid scheme too. The first couple of years, it's wonderful for the original people who had half a dozen of these things they bought for next to nothing. Do you know what I mean? I just find that I just think it's really, I don't know. There's no particular country that's backing it. The only thing that it's got going for it is that it's so big now that maybe the world can't afford for it to fail. And there'll be bailouts and stuff maybe if the whole thing does turn to shit.
We've got a super chat here. NC, $5. Real estate is location, situation dependent. Stocks are diversified. No one should buy stocks on margin ever. Yeah, but you buy real estate on margin. Very rarely could you afford to buy a house in Sydney for cash. Because by the time you saved the full amount, it would be 10 times as much as you had. You know what I mean? That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
And
when it says location and situation dependent, well, it's the same with stocks, because the stocks that you're buying are sort of situational and economic dependency on the market for the company that makes a particular product, for example. So yeah, that's same thing for them as well. I mean, you look at it, mining stocks. Well, it depends on the economy and whether there's global demand for the thing that's being mined. They've all got those same sort of issues that you've got to think about, of course. I mean, with real estate, you've got to think about what's the immigration like at the moment. We're getting all these hundreds of thousands of people coming into the country, and yet we're not building hundreds of thousands of properties. Well, no shit, property prices are going to go up. It's an obvious thing.
Patel Philippe, $2. Pull up the 5330 on Paddock site and your thoughts. Okay, I will pull that up. Let me have a look here. What have I got open? We'll close that. Close that. Just pulling it out. This is the world time with the date. It's absolutely beautiful. Watch this. This is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous watch. I actually really love. I prefer yours, Tan. To be totally honest with you, I prefer yours, Tan. I think the non-date one is better. I think the date, it kind of annoys me. You've got to, if you move forward, how you fuck the date cycle up. It's just annoying. We have got here. Let's have a look.
So is that the 5330 on the screen, Arch?
Yep, that's it there. White gold. It's an absolute beautiful watch.
Hmm.
We got a super chat. $5. Carl Obsidian. $5. £5. CEO of Goldman Sachs says there will be a stock market and crypto crash within 2 years. Time to buy gold, fuckers. Get a HELOC for a white gold sub, Arch. No, I think the best thing, if there is any sort of crash, the best thing you can do is get out of fucking debts you're in. Okay, we don't know. This is gospel. We have no guarantee this is true. So if there's a stock market crash, that would mean my retirement funds would be placed under hardship. Yep, fair point. Crypto, well, I don't have any crypto, so yes. The flow-on effects would be that maybe real estate would soften if there was a crash in those two sectors. But if you have manageable debt, you're basically okay. What do you think there, Chief Tit?
Definitely. I think you're spot on. If you're not leveraged, then who gives a shit? And everybody else is going broke, and then that's a buyer's market then for you.
Exactly.
Spot on, man. Did you see that queue outside that gold shop that JD showed yesterday? Remember that, Arch?
That's ridiculous. That's the worst time to buy gold, is at the peak, don't you think?
Oh. I think what they're saying is they're expecting some sort of a crash from something and therefore go and buy gold. But I don't know.
They have no idea.
Like crazy. Yeah.
Sorry?
It's been going up like crazy over the years, though. With every time there's a war, everybody buys gold. Every time there's anything, everybody buys gold. It's sort of like a bit of a knee-jerk reaction.
I think if you're really concerned for you should pay off some debts. Pay off consumer debt is the best investment you could ever make.
Yeah. And you know what the big dividend of that is? Peace of mind. Not having the thought that I'm going to go to bed where I'm going to pay, how am I going to pay this, how am I going to pay that? I mean, who needs that sort of worry?
Yes. We've got another super chat here. NC, $5. Real estate, your bank doesn't ask for a refund on the mortgage if your home value goes down. Very difficult if they do that that's very different. That's correct. They have a margin call and they ask you to put in. Correct. Very vicious.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
Black Cat 997, $5. I am the resident gold bug here. But be careful. The adjustment versus the hard currencies may have already taken place.
Yep. I still think that rare earth thing is an issue. Got to keep an eye on the news about that, because some of those companies that were dealing with that had rare earths, especially in Australia, their shares went through the friggin' roof, Arch, because of the fact that they announced those restrictions from China. Because if they do, then what will happen is the Americans will go, okay, we're going to go start up contracts with Australian companies and get our permanent supply coming from them, so we don't have to rely on the Chinese anymore. And that's what these people in these Australian companies are relying on, like LUXURIA and all of that. That's something that's, you know, a scientific, logical concepts involved there, not just a roll of the dice, you know?
100% right. 100% right. I got to tell you something. The terrible thing is here, we've got another super chat here. Carl Obsidian, £2. Thoughts on the Royal Oak Offshore Diver 15720ST? I love it, but it is so expensive.
Geez, it's a lot of money, those things, aren't they?
Yeah. 100% right. Yeah, 100%.
Have you ever had a Royal Oak?
Yeah, I've had two. I had a steel automatic one, which had a problem where they use these ultra thin movements and they're very sensitive. And it kept stopping at the date change. Like it needs,
Oh, really?
and the problem is all these watches, let me tell you this, there is a downside to these luxury watches where they won't sell parts to independents.
Right. Okay.
So only AP can service it. This is the big thing. And
well, they charge a fortune.
Exactly. Well, you know, they kind of. We got Marco131, £2.50. Missed my super chat earlier. Thoughts, please. Marco, no, we didn't. We did that. Marco, I'm just going to get that up again. Here we go. Guys, what do you... Oh, here we go. Sorry. Marco, £6. What do you think of it? 9,000 euros for a no box, no papers Kermit. Very clean, confirmed, genuine. 9,000 euros. That's not
That's
terrible.
about double, isn't it, in Aussie? That's about 18 grand or something, isn't it?
16 grand.
Well, that's probably about 4 grand off the normal price with box and papers, isn't it? Aren't they about like 21, 22 Aussie?
Yeah. What do I think of it? That's not terrible. You know, they really papers box you can get again. Papers is a real bummer because massive ding in the price on papers on a sports watch is really, people love it. You know, it can make a big difference in any watch, the papers. What have I got? I've got some have papers, some don't. I never really.
Does it make them harder to sell?
Yeah, they look. It depends on the model. If it's something like a Kermit, it's more important, or a Panda.
Yeah. But what the older ones, it's not such a big deal.
No, look. It's like a dress watch isn't affected as much as like a Panda is.
Right. Well,
Okay.
why is that? What
Just that it's that type of watch. The collector sort of wants everything with a Panda. He's paying because they're massive premium.
Yeah.
We got a super chat here. Patel Philippe, $2. How often did you pinch links as a dealer? Whenever possible, because that was money. Because the margins are so low in watches. Sometimes all I would make is a link I pinched.
Is that true?
Yeah, the margins are shit. I don't like selling watches. Truthfully, now I'm not dealing in watch. I don't really want to deal in watches. Do you want to be a watch dealer yourself?
No, dreadful. Who'd want to do that? An awful job. These things are just to collect and to enjoy, and then when you're bored of it, you get rid of it and get something else to replace it. Isn't that what it's all about? Not sure if you can make a business out of that. Are most watch dealers, that's all they do, or is it sort of like a side gig for them, Arch? You know quite a few of them.
Oh, there's mini dealers. There's all sorts. Look, some watch dealers doing very, very well. Some of them, you know, there's, it's. I must admit, I sold a lot off. Okay, why did I sell a lot off? I can tell you why. I wanted to. There's nothing wrong with the watches. It's the fact that I sold a lot off because I wanted to pay the car off. I wanted to have some money I'm riding till 60. Okay, I'm basically coasting till 60. Once me and the wife are 60, we can touch our super, pay the house off, and we don't need a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest with you. I don't want to be forced to get a fucking job because I've got 150,000 in watches.
Well, maybe you should get rid of the car and do that trip that you were talking about. I mean, like you said, if you're going to do it, the kids are sort of flying the coop, so to speak, and then you got your freedom. You're still young.
The only problem with getting rid of the car is I got to pay, because I claimed the depreciation. I got to pay some money back because I've claimed the depreciation as a tax
In
write-off.
advance. Okay.
You know, they had that small business incentive post-COVID. You could claim 5 years depreciation in one hit.
Yeah. So how long have you got to go until you're free of that thing?
Well, actually, no matter when I sell it, I've got to pay it because depreciated to zero, didn't I? Hey.
Oh, I see.
We've got Aussie Expat joining us. Just before we get Aussie Expat, we got Rich Mitch, £5. Pick one watch from IWC. From IWC, I'd go Big Pilot. I would also go Ingenua, Grand Seiko. I love Grand Seiko. I love their GMT with the aqua blue hands. The JLC, you'd have to get a Reverso for a 40th birthday and throw in a wild card watch from any brand of I'd go Breguet. I'd go Breguet Tradition. Just fucking amazing. Just haute horology. It's just amazing. Aussie Expat, we're pleased to have you back.
Sorry about that. I just had to jump into dinner real quick.
No, that's okay,
Sorry
man.
about that.
What about you, Aussie Expat? What would you get out of those three? And what model would you get out of the IWCG, the Grand Seiko JLC?
I kind of like that Big Pilot in sort of that sand color that they released a couple of years back. Grand Seiko, I get one of their manual wind watches with just a crazy dial, whichever one you prefer. JLC, nothing. Like,
you don't like the Reverso or anything like that?
the Reverso is quite big on my wrist, actually. Like, it's
the
quite...
Reverso's big on your wrist.
Yeah, well, it's quite long, and yeah, I don't like how it looks on my wrist. Because I've got a very thin wrist, and so with it being relatively...
I'll be back. I just ran the toilet. I'll be back. Cover
slender,
me, Aussie.
It's like what happens if I wear a ring that is like 6 millimeters. It just makes my fingers look like a lady's hand, basically.
Show me your wrist. Show me your wrist. Put your wrist up to the screen.
They're
so what
quite
you're
small.
about... Yeah, that's mine's small too, but mine's around about 16 and a half. What about you?
I'll have
about
to
that?
convert to metric.
Oh, that's disgraceful. You serious? I don't remember anymore.
15
what sort of an
and a
Aussie are
quarter.
you? Hey?
15 and a quarter.
15 and a quarter. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, okay.
So yeah, very small, very small. So yeah, I don't like the watch can't. A watch can't be too thin. It just looks like a lady's. It looks like I'm looking at a lady's hand.
So you're not a Panerai guy, then, Do you like the smaller Panerais? What do you think of the Panerais that are the smaller new ones?
They're meant to be big, so I mean they'll still have their place because I mean even the smaller ones aren't tiny, but
no, exactly. But that's what I mean. It's proportionate again because somebody like Arch, who's got that big thick wrist, he can get away with a 47. I couldn't. You couldn't. But then if you bring it down to a 42, it's the same sort of proportional big watch. It's always supposed to be a big watch, like you said.
Yeah. I don't mind Panerai. I think the real issue is like the value at retail is crazy bad, and then on the secondary market, it's sort of a minefield.
Yeah. I got one recently. I love it.
Yeah.
It's secondhand. I mean, you'd be mad to buy that new. I mean,
Yeah.
not that you couldn't. It's just that why would you? When you walk
Yeah.
out the door and it drops 50% almost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I quite like it because it's very different. It's like it's
It is.
quite unique.
I mean, I don't like. We were giving Zenith a lot of love, but most of their catalog now, you would think that Zenith was an homage brand, which I really don't like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, the other day, Irwin got on and he showed us his new Zenith, and it had the monoblock case, and it just looks like
Yeah,
those
that's
old
lovely.
beautiful watch. But a lot of
lovely.
watches have got that sort of design, you know.
Yeah.
I love the Navitimer he bought that's got that chocolate face. Too big for me though, and probably too big for you as well. So when you're going to go hunting and that, what are you going to wear on the hunt?
Probably Submariner Hulk. Not because I want to be like super flash, but that's my son's birth year watch. Submariner's appropriate for it anyway, but that's the watch that I want to give to him eventually. I want to, when we do things together, it's typically that watch. You know, so
Nice.
usually doing outdoorsy stuff, national parks, hiking, camping, all that kind of stuff. I'm usually wearing the Submariner.
Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, it's that's predetermined.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You see these events taking place, and you're thinking, okay, and when I do that, I'll be wearing this watch and that watch. I know.
Yeah,
what you mean.
exactly. Yeah, it's not left to chance. I've spent a lot of money.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you do? Do you have kids?
Yeah, I've got two boys. My one's 14 and 16.
Okay. Is Dad still cool?
I'm not sure if Dad ever was cool. No, they're all right. They're okay. They went through a rebellious sort of stage, but then they sort of bounce back again. I think that's what happens, because what happens is they start to replace you with their friends as being the ones that they sort of idolize.
Yes.
And then eventually there's a bit of a bounce back, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is good.
I hope to be my kids' best friends for as long as possible.
Yeah. No, it's good that you're planning to do things with them. Like you said the other day, you were going to go do some hunting with them and all that type of stuff as well eventually, or something.
Yeah, that's a multi-year plan. So I should get a backpack today. So we're going to start doing backpack camping. At the moment, we've just been doing car camping.
Yeah.
I've already been working fire. I actually just went to the gun store to buy a shorter barrel 22, just something that he could actually literally carry, because we do a lot of bench rest sort of style stuff together, but I want him to be able to actually shoot, more than one target at a time and do the sport stuff.
Absolutely.
So
we do quite a bit of that stuff here as well. I do F-class and PRS shooting and some hunting as well.
PRS is crazy. I've done 2 matches and that's really awesome.
if Archie ever comes down to Sydney, I'm going to drag him out down to the range, because I reckon he'd get addicted to it. Just especially the F-class stuff where you're lying down, you're doing long distance sort of.
Well, I mean, also, you need big money for PRS.
Yeah.
Like just the pawn that is the guns that come out to a match. It's amazing.
True. It's very true. So that's what's going to happen, Arch. We've just decided that when you come down to Sydney next, I'm going to drag you out to the range at Malabar, which is near the coast. I'm going to take you there. We're going to go. I'm going to take you there for long distance shooting, because I think you'd enjoy it. It's very zen. You get your breathing right. It's relaxing. You adjust for the wind. It's all there's nothing in your head except for that.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
bit
what
like
I
yoga.
do like the sports for, but certain sports, like there's only enough room in your head to deal with what's in front of you. Yeah. And then everything else can fade away for a few moments.
Absolutely. Have you ever do you do scuba diving at all?
Yes, but the last time I went was like more than 8 years ago. But before the
NC,
kids,
$5.
we would.
Sell the beamer, buy the bait, man. Sell the beamer.
Yeah, you scuba dive?
Yeah. I'm a master diver, so I've been
Oh
doing it
wow.
for many years. And
My wife was
I
a diving
enjoy it.
instructor, Chief Tit.
Yeah.
She's done thousands of dives she used to work on the Great Barrier Reef.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a life.
Do you guys go together? Does she take you?
I've never dived with her. I've never done it.
You're joking. Why?
Oh, it's amazing.
Well, she
Arch.
works as a nurse now, but I'm just saying she did it when she was working in Cairns. She was a diving instructor. The whole market's changed. I mean, that whole tourism, Cairns is nowhere near as busy as it used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, the economy, you can't be flavor of the month forever. You understand?
Absolutely. You can see it as well. I mean, my wife's parents live up there. My father-in-law's a pilot on the ships, so he's based out of Cairns, and he goes out with a pilot boat to the ships, and then they navigate through the Northwest Channel, and then they bring him back again. He stays overnight at Thursday Island, all that type of thing. So they've got to be based out of there. So we go over and visit them quite a bit. And you're right, that whole town looks like its heyday has come and gone. You know, they've got the casino there and all the duty-free shops.
Yeah. Well, yeah. DFO closed down. DFO closed down in Cairns.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, that's closed down. My wife used to work there as well. After she changed, she worked at DFO. That doesn't exist now.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, I used to go to Ralph Lauren over there. They used to have some good sales.
Yeah, no, that's closed. That's closed.
Wow, yeah. So if you go on your trip to Thailand, are you going to take the wife, or are you just going to go yourself? What are you going to do?
I haven't decided. I'm looking at semi-retiring. I'm just looking at I just want to look at scout out places that I want to scout out, because I lived there many years ago, but the time zone is different because they're 3 hours behind. So I was thinking about making the show an hour later. Okay. Yeah. And still that's 7 a.m. That's okay. I'm just kicking a few ideas around because I'm a bit bored. Look, Singapore or Hong Kong are too expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
I went to China. I went to Shenzhen, but the problem is the internet is limited. Like it's not the greatest internet.
You couldn't get a VPN through?
No, you can, but I don't like that. I don't want to do anything dodgy or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do
raise attention.
No, you can, but I'm just saying I want to try. Okay, so I tried that. I know the problems. I'm going to try Thailand because I used to live there. I know a lot about it, and I also wanted to try Japan. I just want to try these.
Pattaya had great internet when I used to be in Thailand.
Pattaya is a bit. I don't know. It's a bit. I'm not really.
They got good food, good internet, good accommodation. It's actually on a beach. It's better than the islands because the islands, you know, like especially if you're trying to work. Like for us, I was doing a contract once and we were on one of the islands, I think Koh Samui. And I said, what happens if my MacBook, you know, just balks halfway through this contract? And I said, it's going to take 2 to 3 days to get to the nearest Apple store or anything that resembled an Apple store to get it fixed or get a new one. Yeah. And that's just like high risk if you're trying to do a sort of semi-retirement.
And with that, you threw the laptop into the ocean.
Yeah. So what would you do, Arch? Would you rent out the house in Sydney, in Brisbane, and just?
No, because the kids are still using it, and I got a lot of shit too, furniture and stuff there. You know, I'm not saying I want to move permanently. I'm just, look, I am contemplating. Let me tell you honestly, I'm looking at having a sabbatical.
Yeah, a working sabbatical where you could make it like semi-travel as well as being the content too.
Yeah, I kind of lost a bit of mojo at home here. I'm just thinking maybe I'll do that. So, look.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good idea.
I'm just kicking it. I tried China. I tried Shenzhen, Macau. The problem, okay, Hong Kong's expensive. Shenzhen, the internet's up and down, and also depending on what time of year, it can be very hot there as well. See, when it's hot, let me tell you, you don't understand, right? It's not like Sydney. Well, actually, Sydney gets very hot, but you're talking 40 degrees outside. You cannot go outside in the day unless you have, it's very, very hot.
Yeah.
I
like the concept of Thailand. I mean, Hong Kong's very expensive. Japan's very expensive. Thailand's still expensive.
Hong Kong's not too bad if you're in the new territories. Like on Central, it's impossible, but if you're in the new territories, it's acceptable. But Hong Kong is actually
Kowloon's expensive.
No, I'm not talking Kowloon. I'm talking further, like Yuen Long, something like that.
Yeah, well, I went on the border of Lohu, Shenzhen, and Hong Kong border, just over the border. Because a lot of Hong Kong people come there because the food's so cheap and everything's so much cheaper. So that's the place.
Yeah, but it's not that nice a place to be. Why would you bother? Do you know what I mean? Whereas Thailand,
I think Hong Kong's pretty small. Like my wife and I, we spent a lot of time in Hong Kong, and ultimately, it's kind of a small city. As in, like you'd sort of run out.
It is.
Yeah. It's not as.
No, I'm talking more China. If I was going to do it, I can't afford. Hong Kong is too dear. It would be.
But did you really like it? You didn't give me the impression when you were doing your videos from over there. I don't know. Were you happy there? Was it your cup of tea?
Well, I think that's why I'm trying to find my cup of tea. That's why I'm going to try Thailand. I'm going there. I want to try it there just to have a scout around a bit. I also want to try Japan.
Have you spent much time in Malaysia?
Yes, I have. I love Malaysia.
Yeah,
Malaysia's amazing. That's the other one.
My wife and I, we really like Malaysia.
Malaysia's perfect.
Not necessarily KL. We went all over the place.
Oh no, I went to Langkawi.
Yeah, Langkawi's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
They got the big chairlift up there.
Yeah. And the food is really good in Malaysia.
Yeah, no. Malaysia's fantastic. I'm actually that's the 4 countries. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Shenzhen, Hong Kong, the border. Thailand, Bangkok, and then the other one is Japan, and the fourth one, would be Malaysia, probably KL.
No, try Malacca. That's a nice small city. That's fun. KL's like crazy, but Malacca is really fun. Like,
where's Malacca?
It's about halfway between KL and Singapore.
As in the Straits of?
It's on the coast, so they're all on the coast, but halfway between KL and Singapore is Malacca.
And not the Philippines? You wouldn't think about the Philippines?
I've never been there.
I don't have any experience apart from where my mum lives, but I wouldn't go there by choice.
Where does your mum live? In Manila? Or
She's from Pangasinan, which is sort of south of Manila, but it's very rural, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like Manila. I don't like anything. But I've heard Cebu in the south and the island is really great, but I don't know anything about it.
$2 Patel Philippe. Plastic said your house won't sell for $150. Well, you try and find one. The cheapest house in Jamboree Heights, in the Centenary area, you get nothing under $850. There's nothing under $850. See, plastic is just. See, this guy is very vengeful. Can I just share with you a little secret here? Okay, so this guy. He discovered he was selling penis pills, Viagra, out of a foreign country because you didn't need a script to sell it. There was a little loophole where you could sell Viagra to Australians via mail order. That's what he did. And then he bought about 10 investment properties in Australia. Okay. And he's a real bit of a buffoon. He's sort of, yeah, mate. Fuck yeah. Bit of real ego and bravado. And before you know it, he then had a massive tax bill. So he sold off these investment properties, and he's very bitter. He's bitter that now he'd be worth $10 million if he still had them, but he had to sell them. He's just bitter and nasty. And that's exactly what happens there. See? That's exactly the land. You know, in my area, this is how it's incredible. We've never had this in Brisbane before. The area I live in, all over Brisbane, they're doing tear downs. People will buy a house just to get the land. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's the whole thing.
I don't think you should take any notice of these people, Arch, to be frank with you. Isn't it water off a duck's back?
Yeah.
You don't let them get under your skin, do you?
No, not really.
You know, it's one thing to pretend to, it's another thing to actually let somebody get under your skin.
But Arch, you should get your open water while you're in Thailand.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, they have package deals. So I remember, so for my wife and I, our honeymoon, we got a package deal. I think it was like $500. It had like 4 nights of accommodation and the open water, including all the dives and everything, for like $500 each, like all included. That was on Koh Phangan. And we've scuba dived in a few places, but man, the scuba diving in Koh Phangan was incredible.
Can we set the table?
It's I got to tell you there, guys, it's very, very the thing you've got to realize is with a lot of these things, I'm actually looking at having some. I want to have some sort of retirement, have some fun. I want to go to a low-cost country, make use of that arbitrage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need a fancy life. I'm actually looking at simplifying my life a lot. And I might actually sell the car. I might sell not because I'm worried about depreciation. It's more so the upkeep on it. You know, it's kind of, I've enjoyed it. I had fun with it, you know.
But you don't really need it. You've got your wife's car as well. It's not as if you don't have a car.
Yeah.
You know? So if it's just money sitting there on something which is not making money and you've had your fun, it's like, well, what are you doing with it? Maybe it's just a waste of money.
Yeah.
And it's not some rare thing that you could never buy again. So you're not getting rid of a Pagoda Mercedes or something, you know what I mean?
I had a
different
Pagoda
thing.
Mercedes.
I know. I remember the videos. Sure.
Um,
And it suited you.
Patel Philippe, $2. Plazo had 20 properties. You have 1.5. What does he mean? 1.5. What does that mean? Plazo
Well, he's implying that you have a decent amount of debt. It's probably closer to 1, right?
I don't even know them. I don't even think
You know, actually, my super could cover all my debt. The super me and my wife have could cover our mortgages.
Yeah, but then you couldn't eat the houses.
But you know how expensive the houses are? People, did you know what the vacancy rate in Brisbane is? Do you know what the rental vacancy rate is? Do you know what the okay? The vacancy rate in Brisbane is 0.7%.
Guys, I've got to jump off because I've got to get the table ready for lunch. I'll
Hey,
jump on later, Arch, if you're going to do the thing with Edith.
It was great having you, man. Great chatting. Thank you so much
Love
for
to see
coming
you
on.
again.
See you later. See you
See
later.
ya. Bye, Aussie Expat.
Nice talking to you.
What a great guy. He's a lovely guy, isn't he, Ozzy?
Yeah, he is. He's fantastic.
Very clear. He's
Why
a
is
lawyer.
he hanging around?
He's a lawyer. He's got some interesting stuff there. And
That's awesome.
I got to say, Aussie Expat, it's I'm just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of, in the Western world itself, I'll tell you the truth, with having a fancy car that's so fast, you can't drive it anywhere. You get booked speeding. They are
Right. Australia
so,
is awful. Australia is
like,
awful.
so sensitive. If you get caught doing 30 kilometers an hour, ooh, fuck, massive
Yeah.
fines.
In Australia, when I had the rental, I'm just looking into the speedo like 50% of the time. It's really unenjoyable.
We got
Really
CV
unenjoyable.
$5. Archie diving. He is not very hydrodynamic.
Well, it's all about speed squared, you know, times cross section. But if the speed is low, then Archie's not falling behind. He's gonna do okay. And they've got little hand motors now.
Hand motors. That sounds good. That sounds promising.
You got these little handheld little fan type things, but they can push you around a little bit, help you conserve your energy just a little bit, enjoy your time a little bit more.
Yes. Yes, good point. We got a super chat. Pete Clan, $2. Can you tell us about Condom Boy's face deformity? Who's Condom Boy? Oh, that was plastic. Nothing's wrong with plastic. He's just, you know what? I just don't like him. He was a lousy friend. Lousy friends. He wanted me to attack GMT because he wasn't getting, the community wasn't giving him the attention he thought he deserved. He's just a prick. The guy's an asshole. That's the reality. That is the reality. The guy is just an asshole. Simple
But
as that.
plastic was also cringy enough to keep plastic stickers on his Daytona.
He's gold.
Kinda,
I mean, you don't understand how wrong that is. You know, enjoy the fucking thing.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Like it looks awful. Like it's like, how long do you want to spend with it looking awful? It's like you're saving it for the next person. You don't get to enjoy it. You're saving it for the next person.
Exactly. No point doing that, is there?
Yeah.
But it's an interesting equation. You are in retirement. See, you're in one of the most expensive countries in the world. America is very expensive. And
yeah. I mean, I moved to Las Vegas because it was cheaper, but Las Vegas has solidly moved into medium. Like I would say it was low to medium before. Now it's medium to high cost of living. But hey, it's still not LA. It's not Seattle. It's not extreme.
exactly. It's I got to tell you something. You've got to find that peaceful medium of what you want there. I just at a crossroads in my life where I have an opportunity. I could live overseas for a while before I knuckle down at 60. Does that make sense?
Why would you come back at 60?
Oh, I don't know if I want to stay out for forever. I want to get the pension in Australia.
You'll still get your pension. I've worked this out with my mum. Like I said, hey mum, do you want to move to Las Vegas with us? Because if you want to, we need to start the paperwork already.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to, but we worked it out. Like she will still get her pension.
Rodent $3.05. If someone wants to attack Mr. GMT, they'll have to go through me. There we go.
What does that mean?
Interesting point. And We've also got another super chat here. Black Cat 997, $5. Good show tonight, guys. Is Frischman on, or should I turn? Yes, Frischman is on. Of course, Frischman's on. And we've had a. Do you secretly love the Zenith? It's neck and neck. 26% said yes, and 76% said no. So it was neck and neck. The no's have it by a whisker. I gotta ask you something there. With yourself, you're retiring soon. You're going to have the time of your life. What do you want to do with yourself? What things do you want to do? Can I ask you that, Ozzy?
Yeah. I've got my to-do list here.
I was interesting. You said fitness. Fitness is important.
Yeah, that's like short-term.
How is your mental health? Your mental health seems very good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So definitely just health and fitness.
It can be very
spending more time
lonely
with my son.
retiring. You know this. It can be very lonely.
I understand that's possible, but I do have a few other early fat-fired people here in Las Vegas. It's a pretty popular area to do that kind of degenerate thing. So I've got a few friends to hit up. Going shooting with a bunch of them next week. We're supposed to go during the week, this coming week, but just schedules aren't really lining up, even though we've got all the time in the world. So yeah, there's things that we do to hang out. We've got a regular poker group here, and went to lunch on Thursday actually with a couple of them. So you know, there's a decent amount of people here who are in fortunate circumstance in Sin City.
Fortunate circumstance in Sin City.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to be active, but my medium term, like multi-year goals are getting to the top of Half Dome with my son, hunting deer. These are all very complicated endeavors with high physical requirements and skill requirements. So getting all those skills together and staying fit and good is going to be the challenge.
Yes, fitness is good. Fitness is a great thing to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The crypto.
And I've got side projects. I might be working on a watch box. It'll be an Aussie expat watch box. Something actually engineered to protect watches.
It's a terrible time. You know, our friend Erwin, he was working on a watch box too. He pulled out of it because the market is so bad at the moment. That's what he said.
I wouldn't be doing it for mass market. It'd be like I would literally make the box, and if you want one, it'll be bloody expensive because it's not outsourced labor. But hey, with China being killed off and a lot of imports being called off, made in America might actually stand for something again.
Make America great again.
Yeah. Get your watch box from Aussie Expat. Now we'll see. I mean, I've got a lot of experimentation to do. It'll be maybe years before anything looks like a final. How
many watches would the watch box be? It'd be a 50 watch box.
I think I'd start off with like a 1 or 2, and then I definitely want converted toolboxes which can host about 15. Maybe.
Oh, I see.
Maybe 16
You've
or something like that.
You've got that steampunk vibe coming through.
Oh, it's slightly more utilitarian. Like I'd get these modern toolboxes from like Milwaukee and stuff like that. So it's obviously more appropriate for my collection, which is
good tradies use, isn't it?
Right, exactly. So it's obviously more appropriate for like Rolex and Tudor, and not so much Patek and AP, because it's more of a tool vibe, right? It's not going to be that appropriate for like luxury watches, quote unquote. But that's for me. You know, it's a product for me first and foremost. So we'll see how that goes. I got to buy a 3D printer to start working on.
Oh, you're going to make it out of that sort of stuff. I love those 3D printing.
Yeah. Well, it'd be for the watch cushion itself, because I find that what makes or breaks whether or not a watch case is actually any good is if the cushion, number one, can actually even house the watch properly, and then does it actually lock into place properly in the watch box and protect the watch. Because many I've seen, you plop it in and the watch is literally just resting inside of the box. Like the actual cushion isn't suspending the watch from any damage. So
Yes.
yeah, there's a lot of watch box designs that are like crap, basically. They won't actually protect the watch if you drop it. They're more for presentation only.
Yeah. Yeah. Aussie expat, how does it feel to wake up and not have to go to work?
I haven't really figured that. So this is my first Saturday. Friday was my last day. Loose Tooth mentions just get a Pelican case with custom foam. So that's what I'm doing is the custom foam itself. So I've bought products from very expensive companies for the custom foam, and the cushions don't do anything. It's not very good, basically. I've got one of them like back there, and I paid $200 for it, and it doesn't actually protect the watch. It's lousy. So, and that was just for the foam insert. And I was like, I could definitely make something better, but it's going to require a little bit more experimentation. Yeah, I agree. Like the foam is a cheap experience. I want something that actually is nice. Yeah, is nice. And I agree. The one that I've got, the custom foam that I paid $200 for, I don't think it's a nice experience. So I got it from a Canadian company, Dog something or other foam inserts or something. And in their pictures and Instagram it looks good, but in reality it's not good at all. I don't use it.
The foam.
Yeah, I'll be
the foam is a
experimenting
big
with like
part.
foam stuff.
Have you?
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
3D printer is an interesting one because with foam, you normally get big blocks of it or something, so you having to do like subtraction, like you have to like, how do you cut the foam and stuff like that. So as best as I could tell, this Canadian company, they CNC the foam, which is interesting, but they can only CNC foam that's actually quite hard. And the foam is so hard, I would gather that if you dropped a watch in it, that the watch would be damaged. So what's really nice about...
No, because it's still got, with foam, it's not a solid, like it's not solid plastic. It's got air particles in it. That's the way foam works.
The foam that I purchased.
The other thing I would
very dense,
highly
very
recommend
dense.
to you. Have you seen that industrial? You know, you can go to like your hardware store. They've
Yeah.
got that foam spray. You can put that into a, you know, that foam spray. You know
Yes,
that
yeah.
creates that plastic. You could very easily make a mold out of that and start working very easily. You know.
Yeah. And you could get a shape. I think the issue with that is it's not very consistent and the finish isn't that nice. So it's going to be multi-material is what's going to happen. Like there isn't going to be just like one piece of foam and then, as someone said, water jet it or CNC it. So I think this Canadian company, they found a very dense foam. It's not very soft at all. Like you can't compress it, but it is a foam. But that's why they chose that material, because it will actually CNC well. But it's just not appropriate. It doesn't actually protect.
No, you're right there. I would seriously, I love it. I love that sort of concept. The foam is an important part of life. You know that? You remember, did you ever watch that program Alf? Remember Alf?
Yes.
And
It's
the foam
fantastic.
was more valuable than gold. Foam.
Oh,
Remember
really?
that? You don't
No.
remember Alf?
It's
Remember
been a long
Alf?
time since I watched Alf. Yeah.
Ah,
I remember
okay,
he weighed like 600 pounds. Like he stores all of the density inside of him. He doesn't get bigger. He just gets heavier. Yeah. So the cool thing about current 3D printing technologies is you can use TPU, which is a sort of a soft, they make phone cases out of like the soft silicon ones. So you can mix TPU with PLA, and so have different components of, say, the watch cushion that are made from squishy stuff. And then you have other components running through it that are made out of hard stuff that can interface and lock into the actual case, so it's not rattling around inside of the box. So I imagine something will be possible that it is both. And if someone has, and the biggest problem is like the watch cushions, they're never the right size for your watch. Like you've got a big wrist.
100% right. They're never the right size, are they?
Yeah. So with the 3D printing, you just tell me what your wrist size is, and I'll print out the cushions exactly to what your watches are.
Oh, that's
So
a clever idea.
there won't be any, it all comes down to the cushion basically. So I think with 3D printing, you could have the really really good cushion that'll actually protect the watch.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Black Cat
Yeah.
super chat.
Oh, we got a Black Cat super chat. Thank you so much, Black Cat. $2. Random question, Aussie. Sennheiser 600s or 650s?
Yeah. So I did my research. I wouldn't recommend these. So these are Sennheiser open air headphones. They're really good for monitoring. So if you're making video content or music, these are really good. I don't recommend them if you're just trying to listen to music. People tend to want something more bass heavy or something like that. But these are very, very well regarded. But these are actually the Sennheiser HD 6XX, which is available only on one website, like drop.com or something like that. You can get them for $180. They're a steal. They're an absolute steal. So I think they're similar to the 600s, or but basically they're not as premium as those, but they sound incredible. So yeah, but I wouldn't if anyone isn't like used to really flat sounding stuff, where the frequency response is very flat, I wouldn't recommend it, but I've certainly grown to enjoy it. You did? Did she? Oh, my girl used the potty for the first time.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. She's quite old now. She's 3.5, but we've been trying to train her for so long.
No, that's great.
Congratulations, Maddie.
That's fantastic news there.
Oh my God.
Aussie expat, I got to shoot off, man. I love you. Please, Aussie, keep coming back. We're here. We love to hear your tales. And
one last super chat there.
One last super chat before we go. We've got Mac Lobster, $2. Uzi, what ear pro do you use for shooting? Aussie, what ear pro do you use for shooting?
I use I think it's pronounced Howard Lee or Howard Lights. Just the standard slim profile stuff, but I use aftermarket gel foam inserts for the cups. So that's the biggest thing. Make sure you have gel foam inserts on your electronic ear pro, and that's all the difference that you need.
100% right there. That's the way it goes, guys. Guys, that's the show for today. Let's thank our super chatters. We had GD, Terry Boston, Crown Gold, Black Cat 997, Angelic Slayer, Frank V, Mobster, Black Cat 997, The Franchise Club, Black Cat 997, Black Cat 997, NC, Marco 131, Yankee Doodle, Boeing 700, NC, Patel Philippe, Carl Odyssean, NC, Black Cat 997, Carl Odyssean, Marco 131, Patel Philippe, Rich Mitch, NC, Patel Philippe, CB, P. Clan, Rodent 3.0, Black Cat 997, Black Cat 997, and Mac Lobster. Guys, we're going to go to the Fleischmann show. We love you. See you later, guys. See you later. Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.